I intend to resign.
Justin Trudeau has announced his resignation.
Justin Trudeau's 9 years as Canadian Prime Minister is coming to an end.
A few weeks ago, he lost his Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, who quit just hours before a big fall economic statement.
50 MPs from his own party wants him to step down.
No more wait. Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has announced his resignation. He made the announcement in Ottawa after facing months of criticism from members of his own party. Trudeau won't leave right away, though. He plans to stay in his position until the party selects a new leader. Once that happens, he will step down. In his speech, Trudeau talked about the issues within his party, saying that if he is busy dealing with internal conflicts, he can't focus on being the best leader. He also mentioned that a new candidate might have a better chance of winning the next election.
I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process. Last night, I asked the President of the Liberal Party to begin that process.
Justin Trudeau is leading a minority government in Canada, and the opposition is planning to remove him from power later this month. To make matters worse, many members of his own party also want him to step down. The Liberal Party, which Trudeau leads, has about 150 members of Parliament, MPs. Nearly 50 of them, about one-third of the party, are calling for him to resign. The Liberals have a meeting scheduled for Wednesday, and if Trudeau waits until then, it might look like he was forced out during the meeting. To avoid this, Trudeau has chosen to announce his resignation now. So what happens next? Trudeau isn't stepping down immediately. He plans to stay on as Prime Minister until the party selects a new leader. This process could take about 3 to 4 months. However, the Liberals may not have that much time. Parliament was supposed to meet later this month, and the opposition had planned a no-confidence vote. To delay this, Trudeau has asked Canada's Governor-General to suspend the upcoming session of Parliament, a process called prorogation. If this request is approved, Parliament would not meet until March instead of January. However, this decision might face legal challenges. Trudeau's goal is to give his party more time to hold a leadership contest and choose his replacement. Even so, the Liberals face an uphill battle. Recent polls show Trudeau's Liberal Party at just 21% support, while the opposition Conservatives are at 44%. This puts the Conservatives far ahead, making it a tough challenge for Trudeau's successor to catch up in time for the next election. For now, Trudeau's focus is on stepping down and allowing a new leader to take over. But as the dust settles, it's worth asking, where did it all go wrong for Trudeau? In 2015, Justin Trudeau rose to global fame after winning Canada's elections in a landslide. At the time, he had everything working in his favor. He was young, carried a well-known family name, and enjoyed massive popularity. Trudeau was exactly what the media loved. Vogue even called him Canada's politician dreamboat. He quickly made headlines by announcing a cabinet with equal numbers of men and women. He spoke up for minority rights and pushed for action on climate change. Naturally, many people admired him. But when you look past the big gestures, one thing becomes clear. Justin Trudeau wasn't a strong administrator or a skilled politician. Signs of this began to show in 2017 when he and his family secretly vacationed with spiritual leader Aga Khan. When the trip was revealed, Canada's Ethics Commission criticized Trudeau, saying he shouldn't have accepted it. That marked the end of his honeymoon period with the public. In the 2019 general election, Trudeau lost his parliamentary majority. In 2021, he took a big risk by calling early elections. But the results didn't change. He still didn't regain a majority. This left Trudeau dependent on another party, the New Democratic Party, NDP, led by Jagmeet Singh. This third term proved especially tough for Trudeau. At home, his handling of the pandemic drew sharp criticism. His vaccine mandates led to protests, with anti-vaccine truckers staging large demonstrations. Trudeau responded with a heavy crackdown, a stark contrast to his earlier stance urging India to negotiate peacefully with protesting farmers. This earned him a reputation for hypocrisy. Meanwhile, the pandemic also brought soaring inflation in Canada, reaching over 8% by mid-2022. The opposition blamed Trudeau's policies for the crisis, especially his carbon tax. This tax is applied to energy from fossil fuels. For example, if someone installs a gas heater at home or fills up their car, they must pay an extra fee as part of this tax. Trudeau's leadership style and policies were increasingly under fire, and this growing discontent fueled the opposition's momentum. The opposition blames Trudeau's carbon tax for the rising cost of living. Their leader, Pierre Poilievre, has built his campaign around this issue. He's even selling T-shirts with the slogan, "Axe the Tax," and is calling the next election the carbon tax election. So how did Trudeau respond? By pointing fingers at external enemies. First, he targeted India. In 2023, Trudeau accused New Delhi of being involved in the murder of Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Canadian citizen. However, Trudeau provided no evidence or intelligence to support his claim, yet he expected the world to believe him. It was a classic political move. When things aren't going well at home, blame outside forces. Later in late 2024, when Donald Trump won the U.S. presidential election, Trudeau saw another opportunity. He flew to Florida to meet Trump, who had been threatening Canada with trade tariffs. Trudeau tried to present himself as a strong leader who could stand up to Trump and protect Canadian businesses. But Trump turned the tables, mocking Trudeau publicly. He even referred to Trudeau as a governor instead of a prime minister and suggested Canada should join the United States. Fast forward to today, and Trudeau seems to have run out of options. He has tried everything: activism, blaming foreign threats, and even leveraging his dealings with Trump. But none of it has worked. Ultimately, Trudeau had to decide how he wanted to exit: be pushed out by his own party, lose power in Parliament, or leave on his own terms. He chose the last option, but even that may not protect his reputation. After 10 years in power, Trudeau's leadership weaknesses are clear. For years, he hid behind progressive values and activism to mask his flaws. But Canadians now see through it. The bigger question is, how much damage has already been done to Canada under his leadership? What do you think of Trudeau's resignation and his decade-long leadership? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates and analysis on major political events around the world.